Hi guys, I'm Kaire Tugashosho. Welcome back to my channel. If you see me with a cup, no, I'm drinking tea. I'm a tea girl. So today I'm just going to talk about my story. I'm going to give my story, and I know so many people here in Germany or in abroad can relate to my story. And you know, now I have the courage to talk about this because I have finished school. But I know the time I had not finished school, inside me there was a time I could not sleep because this thing was killing me inside. Why did it take so long for me to finish school? I'm not a dumb. I'm not dumb. I'm very intelligent. I'm very hardworking, and yeah, and but it took me so long. Why? And I'm not the only person. I know so many people can come and sit down here with me and talk about the same thing. How they have spent so many time or wasted a lot of time before they are able to reach their goal. So for me, I came here back in 2010. I was 19 years old. I just had finished high school, spent 1 year at home doing a computer course, and also I did some German back in Kenya, and then I came here in Germany, straight here. I did 1 year au pair, and after that I wanted to study. I got the chance, so I had to do 1 year German course, very intensive, because if you want to study, it means your German has to be very good, and also you have to have the certificate. So you have to dedicate your time and money on that, which I did, and it was very nice. And then after that 1 year, I had to join student colleague, because if you want to study here and you are from Kenya, you miss 1 year, because here they go for school 13 years. I don't know whether they have changed now, and in Kenya we go to school 12 years, so you have to recover the 1 year, and also you have to do this 1 year. You have to orientate on something that you want to study. So if you want to study economics, something with economics, then you have to go to a student colleague which is with economic subject. And if you want to do something with technique, then you have to go to a student colleague which they teach technique. So there are not so many student colleagues here in Germany, especially where I lived here in North Westphalen. I looked for the student colleague which was near me. It was in Bochum, and they were offering technical courses, so I automatically applied there, enjoyed there without even having to think about, is this what I want to do? Because man, you're trying not to go back at home, so you're taking every opportunity, and also you don't have the money for you to decide, no, I want to go maybe 300 kilometers away, because I had to consider where will I be staying and how will I be going to that place. With this without money, you make some choices, and also without advice. I didn't have some advice. I didn't have someone to sit me down and tell me, no, please think about what you want to study, or think about your future. No, I was just doing and studying so that I can study and I can stay here without having the interest. So I joined the school, and they were teaching more technical things, more of physics. I dropped it back in Kenya in form 2. I had no interest with it, so to do it here, it was a hassle for me. I had to study hard, which I did. Even at some point I missed the opportunity to do the final exam, so I had to wait in 3 months to better my physics so that I can finish the student colleague, and time was still going. So if you count, it's already, I finished student colleague in 2014. That was in January, and I had to wait until the October of 2014 to join university. So if you count that time, it's like 3 years or 4 years. 3 years or 4 years, they are gone without you had you are not settled. So, and then the worst thing is, what I'm waiting to go to study is something I'm not interested with. So for me, if I think about it today, is lack of mentorship. I didn't have someone, even before I left Kenya. Back in Kenya, I knew I wanted to do something with accounting, mathematics, because I was good at it, but I never ever had I thought of something to do with physics. So, and I also, back in Kenya, didn't have the mentorship or someone who could sit me and talk about my future or talk about what I want to study. No. And I don't blame anyone, because the situation, I'm so lucky that I got this opportunity to come here, that my grandparents gave everything for me to go to school, and for me also to come here. I'm so grateful for them. I know they could have wanted the best for me. Yeah, anyway, I don't want to get emotional. I'm so happy for my shosho and my guka. They made me came here. They paid for me to come here. I'm so happy for them. I'm so grateful to have them in my life. So the lack of mentorship, I never thought about anything about what I'm going to do, and I was still young. I was still finding myself, when you're at that age that you don't know what do you want to do with your future, and then you start getting into relationship. Then I got married. I'm new in marriage, school, then I started university, and in the process, after like 1.5 years, I knew I was no longer interested in that. At that point, I also had the opportunity, now because of marriage, I had the opportunity to do something else. I had the time, but I can imagine for some other students who don't have the chance, because if you have a student visa, it means you have to keep on studying, or you have to stick on that, and then you don't have the flexibility I had. I was lucky I had that. So I started applying to different Ausbildung. I was also looking something with chemistry or mathematics, and it was difficult. I got so many disappointment. And I was, back in my mind, I was like, no, if I don't finish my studies, what will people say back at home? Even what will also my husband say, that I have given up. I was just so, sometimes in the night I could not sleep. I was waking up, I was like, now 6 years they have gone, I have not done anything. People back at home, when utamaliza shule, when will you ever finish? Kwani huyu Penina na studying nini? My cousins, if they go for holiday, wanaulizwa, kwani Penina anasomea nini hii aishi? They didn't know the difficulties you pass through trying to find yourself, trying to understand the language. You also want to work. You don't balancing working, studying, language, new culture, rules is so difficult. And that's why most of the students, even they can take over 10 years before finishing, because now your family or back home, they are waiting also for you to send money, so you spend more time at work and you forget about school. And then at school they are giving you stress. You have to sit for exam at Ausländeраmt, that's foreign office. They are also giving you pressure. You have to show them that you have passed some exam for them to extend your visa. It's a lot of pressure. So, and then I started applying. I got so many what is it called, Absage. They didn't accept. Rejection letters. I got so many rejection letters. I was like, why are they rejecting me? If they can allow me to study here, my grades are good, where are they rejecting me for me to do the Ausbildung? It was very stressing for me. And then one time I was like, my cousin had started also doing nursing, and she always told me stories about hospital, and all other friends, Akina Masharia, they were doing that, they were talking, and I was, every time they would talk about it, I was getting more interest. But there were also, back in my mind, I was like, no, but I can't give out, what will people say? And then one day I was like, let me try and also apply for nursing. And then I applied. I also got so many rejection letters from, I was like, okay, why are they rejecting me? Even I transferred my, because for you to study, you can apply with your international certificate, with your certificate from Kenya. But for Ausbildung, you have to translate them, and yeah, and you also have to send them to some offices for them to see which level are you. And I did this, and I was at good level, yeah. And so yeah, and one day I was like, okay, now it was when approaching the end of 2016, I was like, okay, if it doesn't function until this end of 2016, now I'll seriously concentrate with my studies and just study and do what I was studying without thinking about what people will say. Or so then I was at point of giving up with applying for Ausbildung, and then I applied at this school. And then even online, I just sent online because I was tired of sending letters. I just did online application without sending any kind of paper. And then I got an email, you can come for an interview on Monday. I tell you, I didn't tell my hubby because I was like, how will I tell him that I'm now stopping to study and then going to do Ausbildung? And he gave me all the chance, all the space for me to develop my interest. I didn't get any pressure that like I have to work or I have to go. No, I had all the time, free time. I thank him for that. I had all the opportunity for me now to find myself and to decide what I'm going to do. I was still going sometimes at school and doing also some exams. And then I went to this interview, and then they were like, yeah, can you imagine yourself as a nurse? I was like, yes, I can imagine myself as a nurse. What do nurses do? Me, I was like, I have never been sick, I don't know, and I've never been at the hospital. I don't know what nurses here in Germany do. Even in Kenya, I don't know. I thank God I was never at hospital. So all I said, I was like, yeah, helping the doctors. She was like, okay. I was thinking nursing, you have like, you'll be assisting the doctor, you know. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just thinking, doctor, nurse, bumper to bumper. And then the woman asking, can you imagine yourself maybe washing a sick person? And I was like, yeah, I can imagine, because I had done it. I have washed my ever washed or take care of my grandmother or my mother at the time. They were not feeling good. I told them, yeah, I can imagine. Why not? If someone is sick, I'll definitely not think twice. I'll help them without thinking of anything. And then yeah, she told me, now we can understand each other. Now we are talking. Because being a nurse, it doesn't mean that you have to help the doctor. No, you have personal contact with the patient. You have more contact with the patient than the doctor. For the doctor, you give the doctor information about this patient and how they are feeling. So, and yeah, and then she asked me, do you have a school? No, do you have a place of work? Because that was a school. I applied my nursing direct at the school, and here you have to apply, I think, at work, at the hospital, I mean, and then at school. But me, sorry, what am I saying? I only applied at school. And then they told me, we work with different hospitals. These are the hospitals we work with. And yeah, which one would you like? I was like, do you want to go to Dusseldorf, Neuss? I said, yeah, Dusseldorf, because I had lived Dusseldorf before. So I just automatically said Dusseldorf. And then she gave me the contact of the director of the hospital, so I can call her and make an appointment. I was so scared. I was like, how do I call her? She doesn't know me. Then I took faith and I called her, and she was like, yeah, you can come on next day when you have time, come for by. I said, no, tomorrow I don't have time, I'm working, maybe a day. She was like, just come when you have time, drop by. And then I went did this interview with this nice woman. That was not interview. She was like, now then I was 25 years. She was like, at 25 years, I know you must know what you want, because you no longer have time to waste. I was like, exactly, I know what I want, I don't have time to waste. And she was like, yeah, have you done any practicals? I said, no, I have not done. And then she was like, yeah, would you like to do 2 weeks? I said, I don't have time, because at that time it was in January, yeah, and the school was starting in April. She was like, do you have? I said, no, unfortunately I don't have time. But this woman was so nice to me. She had contact with people from Kenya. Her son had married her daughter had a Kenyan boyfriend, and so it was easy. Even the interview was more of talking of Kenya than talking about about work. And then I got this opportunity, and then I started 2017 at April. And when I started, I knew definitely this is what I wanted. It was a nice feeling. I was so happy. And after that, and I was determined just to finish this and to have the certificate and say I made it. And I thank God I did that in 2020, last year, April. I graduated and I passed very well, and it was a very happy, easy route for me. And I would tell anyone, if you are there, you are giving up, don't give up. If you are there, maybe you are studying and you're like, oh, I can't change maybe to Ausbildung, please, you can change to Ausbildung. Don't give up. You can change to anything we want to do. Don't think about what people will say or talk about it. Before I started the Ausbildung, I had so many, nurses, they don't get paid well, blah blah blah, and this was discouraging me. Also, like my friends or my family, some of my family, they had gone through a lot of difficulties, and I was like, okay, will I make it? But I tell you, everyone has a different journey, everyone have a different story. Your story is very different from your challenge, is very different from the challenge I'm going to face. But at the end of it, don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged. This is just part one. I have omitted so many things so that I can come to end, because I don't want to bore you guys. But next I'll come with part B and tell you how I could not sleep, thinking how my friends, they have now graduated, na mimi bado I'm still here, not even not started with anything. And yeah, I'll come back again and tell you, let's say this is part A, I'll come back with part B and give you the details, because I omitted so many things, like how even I started another Ausbildung physiotherapy and stopped after 2 days. Guys, if you like this story, please subscribe to my channel, share this video, and don't give up. God is watching over you, and God has your certificate. He's just like waiting. Wacha huyu atafute ameishika. Thank you guys, bye bye.